Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Godwin Sunday. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. And now to the news in details. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has shifted its Anambra governorship primary from April 5th to April 8th. Chidi Chidebe, PDP Anambra chairman, confirmed the development in Awka during an interview. The primary will produce the party's candidates for the November 8th governorship election. Chidebe says that National Secretariat approved the shift to complete necessary administrative processes and ensure a smooth exercise. APC National Chairman condoles with late Abbas family. The National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, has condoled with the family and the entire people of Kano State over the death of Galadima Kano late Abbas Sanusi. Abbas Sanusi, who is the father of the APC state chairman, Abdullahi Abbas, died on Thursday after a brief illness. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibril witnessed the visit in Kano and now reports.
Alongside other top leaders of the APC, the chairman Abdullahi Ganduje arrived the VIP wing of the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport to, among other things, pay his condolence visit to the Emir of Kano, Amina Ado Bayero. The Emir's palace in Nasarawa, Ganduje was received by the Sarkin Dawaki Aminu Babba and other traditional rulers of the Kano Emirates. The main reason why we visited this historic palace, Your Highness, is to condole you over the passing away of Galadima of Kano. There is no doubt that Galadima of Kano's death is a great loss not only to Kano people or Northerners, but Nigerians in general. The national chairman of the APC, we thank you for this condolence visit. We are sure if he had been in town at the time of the funeral, we would have done it together with him. We thank God he was at the Holy Land at the time, and we believe his prayers for the Galadima of Kano are answered. Back at Galadanchi quarters, the national chairman met with the state chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Abbas, where he condoled him over the passing away of his father, late Abbas Sanusi. Hundreds of party supporters across the 44 local government areas of Kano State turned out to join Abdullahi Ganduje in condoling the entire people of Kano State over what he described as a great loss, not only to Kano, but Nigeria in general.
The Galadima of Kano is not only a loss to his family or to the people of Kano State, but to all Nigerians. Considering the service that he delivered during his lifetime, he really contributed to the development of traditional institutions in Kano, not only in Kano, but in the whole of the country. Therefore, it is our responsibility to call the people of Kano State to continue to pray for his soul.
Late Abbas Sanusi was crowned the Galadima of Kano after the death of the 13th Emir of Kano, Alhaji Ado Bayero, during whose reign he served as the Wambai of Kano. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
The federal government is vetting potential candidates to fill diplomatic roles in its 109 missions, 76 embassies, 22 high commissions, and 11 global consulates. The development revealed that a former Minister of Aviation under the Obasanjo administration, Femi Fani-Kayode, and a former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Femi Pedro, are among the nominees. The vetting is not conducted centrally, as nominees are being asked to report to the DSS offices nearest to them. Presidency officials confirmed several candidates have been contacted to provide personal education and work history. The Minister of Work, Senator Dave Umahi, has called for immediate closure of the waterway between Eko Bridge and Kata Bridge due to damage on the Eko Bridge by dredging activities. Umahi made the call during an inspection tour of some bridges in Lagos State. He urged Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to enforce the closure to prevent further accidents. The Minister of Education, Olatunji Alausa, has called for an extension of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) scheme from 1 year to 2 years. As shared in an official statement on NYSC's Facebook page, the minister expressed his view during a meeting with the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, at the ministry's office in Abuja. Alausa, in his address, stressed the importance of enhancing the NYSC program, particularly its skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development training, adding that the national service duration be doubled from 1 to 2 years to allow corps members to gain more substantial skills and experiences. Fire has destroyed herbal products worth several millions of naira at storage facility in Oyo State, Oyo Town. The General Manager of the State Fire Service, Yemi Akinka, confirmed the incident in a statement saying it occurred at Olalokun Junction, Obabi Street, Old Sele area. He said the fire was reported and firemen arrived on time. With Nigeria's unemployment rate continuing to affect millions, particularly the youth, many are left seeking opportunities to build substantial future. As government promises reforms and job creation, citizens share their perspectives on the costs and possibilities solution to the lingering job crisis. Hassan Kabil completes the story. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board and JAMB has extended its registration for the 2025 direct entry examination beyond the initial deadline of Monday, April 7th, 2025. JAMB confirmed this in a statement issued by its spokesperson, Benjamin Fabian. The registration process, which began on Wednesday, March 12, 2025, will continue until a closing date is announced, JAMB added. The Assembly for the Preservation of Traditional Institutions in Nigeria has raised concern over the invitation extended to the Emir of Kano, Khalifa Muhammad Sanusi II. The group pointed out that the matter in question is already under investigation by the Kano State Command of the Nigerian Police, making the invitation by the police unnecessary and perplexing. The group, in a statement signed by its national coordinator, Alhaji Yahya Nda Musa, expressed surprise at the invitation by the police, which was dated April 4, 2025 and signed by Olajide Rufus Ibitoye, Commissioner of Police OPS, on behalf of the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Force Intelligence Department. The Lagos State Police Command has issued a directive to all commanders and officers within its jurisdiction, alerting them of a planned nationwide protest. It was reported that civil society organizations Take It Back movement and other groups had announced a nationwide protest schedule for April the 7th, 2025. In a statement, the national coordinator of TIB, Juwon Sonyal Olu, said the protest seeks to address issues surrounding the misuse of the Cybercrime Act and the ongoing state of emergency in Rivers State. Federal government has been called upon to declare a state of emergency in Nigeria's health sector. Patrick Uju, the second mate of NAS Zuma Dek, made the statement while speaking to journalists during the World Health Day walk in Abuja. Samuel Udi completes the story. The Federal High Court in Abuja has barred all parties involved in the suit filed by suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan against the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and 3 others from granting press interviews or making public comments on the case. Justice Binta Nyako issued the order following a complaint raised by Akpabio's lawyer, Kehinde Ogumuijo San, who accused the plaintiff of embarking on a media campaign by granting interviews to various television stations on the subject matter of the suit, which is still pending before the court. Ruling on the matter, Justice Nyako held that no party or their counsel should comment on the case publicly, particularly through press interviews or media streaming. As part of activities to mark the 2025 National Police Day, the Nigerian Police Force organized a walkathon in Abuja. The event featured senior police officers, rank and file, personnel, police and their family members, and members of the public, all walking through major city routes to promote fitness, solidarity and security awareness. Ramsin Enoch has the details.
The walkathon began at the force headquarters and aimed to encourage a healthy lifestyle among officers while strengthening police-community relations. Participants wore branded shirts with this year's theme and walk in unity, chanting peace songs and pledging commitment to service. Wife of the Inspector General of Police and President of the Police Officers' Wives Association, Dr. Elizabeth Egbetokun, addressed the journalists on the importance of community roles in maintaining peace and security.
To support them, to make sure that the event is successful. Exercise is very important. The message I have for Nigerians is that we should be security conscious, and it's not all about the police. Police is your friend. You have to give information to the police to be able to exercise their duties.
Walkathon is one of the several events planned for the National Police Day celebration, including police lectures, community outreaches, award ceremonies, and a Thanksgiving service. Authorities said the celebration is meant to honor police officers' sacrifices and reinforce the force's dedications to peace, integrity, and professionalism. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News.
You are watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, Education Minister proposes 2-year NYSC scheme, seeks expansion of skill training program. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
Welcome back. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has injected $197.77 million into the foreign exchange market, part of its ongoing commitments to ensuring adequate liquidity and maintaining orderly market functioning. This is according to a statement by Omolara Omotunde Duke, Director of the Financial Market Department, reiterating bank's stance on maintaining market integrity and operational transparency. According to the CBN, this strategic intervention aligns with the bank's broader objective of fostering a stable, transparent, and efficient forex market. The World Bank has clarified that the planned $10.50 billion financing to the Central Bank of Nigeria is a grant, not a loan. According to a source at the World Bank who spoke under the condition of anonymity, said that the amount is being provided under the Finance for Development Multi-Donors Trust Fund as part of partnership between the World Bank and the CBN. It was earlier reported that Nigeria had approached the World Bank for a 10.50 million naira $1 million loan to enhance the CBN's technical capacity and modernize the country's domestic payment infrastructure. Still on business, the federal government has reiterated its commitment to establishing more gemstone and jewelry-making centers across the country to boost entrepreneurship in the mining industry and support the local value addition policy. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Dele Alake, made this known during a tour of the Laurel School of Mining in Abuja. Sharon Ajay has the details.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Dele Alake, commended the Laurel School of Mining for leading the way in training jewelry and gemstone makers, expressing satisfaction with the quality of the jewelry produced. He says the training center contribution to the mining industry has the potential to provide employment for the youth, drive industrialization of the sector, and generate more revenue for the country.
Major contribution to this economy via the solid mineral sector, and this is one of the things that we said earlier on, that we're going to improve every sector of the solid mineral space to make its own contribution. And you can see what this center is training people who are going out to train and to actually work, and that's part of the local value addition we are talking about. Yeah, the center now is really like doing processing, cutting, all the value chain of jewelry making, and that's what we have seen here now. So what more way can you contribute to the economy than actually producing something from our raw materials in Nigeria, rather than taking those raw materials out for finished products? They are now being finished right here, which is a value addition. So that's a significant contribution to the economy. It's going to generate employment, more production, and of course more revenue, and then more taxes for government as well. And then people will get engaged. You know, a lot of illegal operators would also move into this sector. A lot of our youth that are roaming the streets, this is an opportunity for them to come and learn something, you know, handiwork. And this is more than handiwork. This is actually industrialization. When you are manufacturing, when you are producing, it's industrialization. And that's what we're doing here. So it is really making significant contribution to this economy. In another year or so, we'll be able to put figures to the production value. You know, we'll be able to say, okay, this center has contributed X amount of dollars or naira or whatever it is to the GDP of Nigeria. But overall, I'm very satisfied with what is happening here.
The minister reiterated the federal government's commitment to strengthening production at the center and assured that more such centers will be established across the country once the 2025 budget implementation begins. He also highlighted the importance.
On the foreign scene, at least 46 people have been killed in Israel attack on Gaza over the last 24 hours, including 9 in Khan Yunis this morning, with a Palestine journalist among them. Outrage grows after new footage of an Israeli attack that killed 15 medics in Gaza shows soldiers firing on emergency workers in reflective vests inside clearly marked vehicles. The UK says Israel obtained and deported 2 British legislators who were visiting the country as part of a parliamentary delegation. Gaza's health ministry says at least 50,609 Palestinians are confirmed dead and 115,225 wounded in Israel war on Gaza. The government media offices updated its death toll to more than 61,700, saying thousands of people missing under the rubble are presumed dead. Several people have been wounded in Russia air raids on Kyiv as part of South Koreans after President Volodymyr Zelensky criticized the United States for a weak reaction to the attack on its hometown that killed 18 people, including 9 children. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko says the air attacks on the capital caused fires in non-residential buildings in 3 districts and left 3 people injured. Separately, Vitaly Kim, governor of the South Mykolaiv region, says Russia launched a missile attack damaging several houses and injuring 4 people. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced that the U.S. immediately revoking visas issued to all South Sudanese passport holders due to the African nation refusing to accept its citizens who have been removed from the U.S. Rubio, in a statement, added that the U.S. will also block any arriving citizens of Southern Sudan, the world's newest country, at U.S. port of entry. He blamed the failure of the South Sudan's transitional government to accept the return of its repatriated citizens in a timely manner. And in sports, Tanzania booked their spot at the 2026 ICC Men's Under-20 Cricket World Cup after a dominant 9-8 run victory over Sierra Leone at the Unila Cricket Overhaul at the Unila Cricket Oval in Lagos. The East African finished their campaign in the qualifying series hosted by Nigeria with a perfect record of 5 wins in 5 games after making light work of Sierra Leone in their final game. They needed a win in their last game against the winless Sierra Leone to seal qualification, and Captain Laksh Bakrania won the toss for Tanzania, electing to bat first as a signal of the urgency of the East Africans to get the job done as quickly as possible. Paris Saint-Germain remain unbeaten as they won their 4th straight league title in style on home turf after 1-0 over Angers gave Louis side an unassailable lead in French top flight. The victory, courtesy of a Desire Dour goal, moved PSG to 74 points with 6 rounds left. PSG are 24 points ahead of second place AS Monaco, who will play later but can reach only 71 points if they win all their remaining games. The title is PSG's 13th in history, a record in France, while it was their 11th since the 2012-2013 season. PSG's captain, who joined the club in 2013, became the only player in history to win 10 league in 1 title. Arsenal's small remaining hope of a first Premier League title for 21 years was further diminished after a 1-1 draw at Everton on Saturday. Leandro Trossard, opener for the Gunners, was cancelled out by Iliman India's penalty to leave Arsenal still 11 points behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand. The Reds now need just 11 points from their remaining 8 games to secure a record equaling 20th English top flight title. That's it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigerian app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. I am Godwin Sunday. Thank you for watching.